Just a quick clip here. I'm in Salinas doing some sales. I had a few minutes, so I decided to walk around the Veterans Memorial Park here, which is actually over there. There's this large lagoon next to it though. And this is obviously the local homeless encampment in Salinas. Just about every city in California has one now. If you spend enough time in any city in California stumbling around, eventually you're gonna work your way into the homeless camp. This one's pretty major. I probably counted about 50 tents just on my way so far. And I didn't even get into the thick of it. It's depressing, man. I don't know what else to say. I got some footage of some of their dogs. Talked to a couple people just briefly. People are kind. There's guys out here with AirPods on like me, probably not even homeless. They're just helping out their buddies. It's really depressing, man. This is a park. The other side of this lagoon's a children's park. How are you gonna have children playing when, a stone's throw away, you have an open air drug market? So it's tough out there. And I haven't really done much research, but for me, everything comes back to government. People will say that the cost of living's too high. People will say that there's not enough opportunities. But really, at the end of the day, you can thank your government for that. The cost of living's high because the government artificially controls the supply of housing. Okay? Job opportunities. I'm not going to get deep into that one. But who should, at the end of the day, be other than yourself, getting off your ass and working? Who is supposed to provide for security, stability, so that you can have a job? The government. And, this really isn't a video to get into the causes of homelessness, but all I would do, I would only point a finger at the government. And really, we should be pointing fingers at ourselves. I was listening to talk radio a week or so ago. Look at these geese, motherfuckers. They're homeless like pros. They just hang out in fields. Anyway, I was listening to talk radio and he was saying, these are people. Don't forget, these are people. Okay? I mean, it's obvious and it sounds, redundant, but I think we too easily forget. They just become someone asking for money, an unsightly tent in a ditch. These are human beings. These people have mothers and fathers. They were once 4 or 5 years old, playing, an innocent child. Now they're fucking homeless. And it's really sad. So stop, just listen, hear somebody out. Buy a homeless guy lunch and don't just give it to him. Hang out with him for 10 minutes. Hear his life story. They've got a whole lot more fucking experience than your privileged ass. So sorry, a lot of F-bombs in this one. It's just depressing. These are human beings. And I know they can be scary. I won't deny it. This trail I'm on here leads right back through the thick of the homeless encampments here. I'm about to take the high road though, because I'm not above it. I don't feel safe walking through that neighborhood that's been assembled in this ditch. I wouldn't feel safe walking through. Okay? I understand. It's a very complex problem. But I just wanted to get a video out because somebody has to see this. And I know there's plenty of people filming homeless. I mean, Skid Row is much worse. You have 80,000 homeless people living in Los Angeles. My hometown has almost 1,000, which when you compare it to Skid Row, it's not that much. But when you just do in absolute terms, there's 1,000 people in my hometown of Santa Cruz living on the streets day in and day out. That should make you sick. I don't think there's a certain Bible quote I'm going to completely butcher, but something about, a rich man with poor men in his city is not rich at all. Something like that. We all suffer. It's easy to, live in the hills, have a 5-bedroom apartment, or have a 5-bedroom mansion, you know, and try not to think about it, but it'll come back to you. That could be your kid. You know, these people could be your child. They could be your nephew. They could be fucking you, no matter what situation you're in. It could be you. So I'm not gonna, you know, pretend like I have the solution in this video, but I think there's some things that could help. Get out there, talk to people, pick up trash. There's so much goddamn trash spread by these homeless encampments. Just go pick up some fucking trash. Help keep it out of the waterways. So anyway, probably have the rest of the video just be some clips I've taken from this campment. But yeah, stay strong out there, folks. The 2020s are going to be a wild fucking... They've been insane so far. They're only going to get crazier. So, you know, keep some money set aside. Know how to protect yourself, protect your family. Keep your eyes on that. Focus on your family for these next 5 years. You know, it's really all that matters. How many of these people, I know this video is running on, but how many of these people do you think would not be in this situation if somebody said, you know, hey, you're my second cousin. Come sleep on my couch for a week. Okay, I'm going to find you a job. Hey, I understand you're struggling with addiction right now, okay? Don't fucking, I don't know. You know, you can park your car in front of my house. That's it, okay? I don't want you coming in. We're not on great terms. You can park your car on the curb. You can sleep there at night. I want you, you know, looking for an apartment. I don't want you sleeping in your car anymore, you know? I mean, just play it out. How many of these people wouldn't be this way if they weren't traumatized? That's a big one, too. You know, how many of these people wouldn't be this way if they weren't raped by their father, raped by their uncle, if they weren't beaten as a child, you know, if they weren't stolen from by family members, thrown out on the street, any number of reasons. I bet if I were to walk through this neighborhood right here and ask 10 or 20 people about their family situation, probably 18 or 19 of them would have family trauma, whether it's the form of physical or sexual abuse or what have you, abandonment issues. So, to sum this video up, it's the government's fault. The government is never going to save you, whether that's student loan forgiveness, a minimum wage, housing. The government's not going to provide you housing. The government's not going to give you a job. They're not going to give you schooling. The government's terrible at everything it does. If you want housing through the government, go to jail. Go to prison. But your family will. So let's double down on families in 2023. And let's stop caring about the government and try to distance ourselves from the government. Thanks for watching, guys. Smash the like button. And if you don't do that, at least go fucking hit up one of your family members. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you're there for them. Thanks, guys.